Welcome again. Another session of Mazungumzo. Your host, Dr. Gilbert Githere. Today, we are going to discuss American politics as it is, especially in Michigan. But before we continue with the discussion, and I hope you're going to enjoy it, in the 70s, Elvis was the king, Blue Hawaii was rocking. Oh. Rock-a-hula, 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 rock-a-hula. The way she moves her hip to our fingertips, I feel I'm way heaven bound. The way she moves her hips, I gotta say, she really moves the grass around. Rock, I would baby rock, I would baby go to Honolulu, from Honolulu, la rock hula baby Roma. Though I want to kiss my little hula miss, I never get the sun. Although I wanna hold her tight throughout the night, but all she wants to do is dance. Rock, I will baby rock, I will baby from Honolulu, that rock hula baby Roma, that rock hula baby Roma. That's Elvis Presley with rock-a-hula, rock-a-hula. Popular music that those days. Now we come to the subject. I know people ask themselves, what subject? This is none else but the Democratic primary that took place in Michigan. That thing has formed history. And it forms history because there is a historical legacy behind it. Because Al-Sayed Abdul, the one who won the primary Democratic Party, he has a great connection to a great scholar, Ali Mazrui. Ali Mazrui was actually a professor in Ann Arbor, Michigan, political science department, head of Afro-American Study and African Studies for 14 years. I think 1976 to 88. That period, Ali Mazrui went to school in Makerere in Uganda in the 70s and in the 60s. And he ended up becoming a lecturer in Makerere. And you people know very well that Zohran Mandani, the mayor of New York, his father was in Uganda, he was in Makerere, and they were friends with Ali Mazrui. And I think when Mazrui died, Mahmood Mandani, who is Zohran Mandani's father, wrote an article about Ali Mazrui, his mentor, and how famous Ali Mazrui was. In his book, The Africans, the Triple Heritage, Mazrui tells us how Africa is connected to Europe, Africa, and Middle East. They are joined together. And history has been built by those three people. You look at Islam, you look at Christianity, you look at trade, even something as bad as slave trade. They are all connected in these things. So, Mahmood Mandani refers to Ali Mazrui a lot. Now, if you look at that kind of connection, and this is a brief session I'm having, you will see that Al-Sayed, who went to, I think, Michigan University, I think studied things relating to, social sciences. And he's very, very much interested in healthcare of people, universal healthcare, people to be covered, affordability of things. These people have fought for equality of the oppressed. Ali Mazrui, Mahmood Mandani, Rohan Mandani, and Al-Said Abdullah Said. You can see they have a big connection. Abdullah Said has just won the Michigan Democratic Senate primary. He is closely associated with Michigan through his public career and education. And he has become one of the state's leading progressive political figures. His campaign emphasized healthcare reform, economic justice, and criticism of unconditional U.S. military support for Israel. Now, Ali Mazrui. Ali Mazrui spent 15 influential years at the University of Michigan, 1974 to 1989, where he taught political science and African Studies and directed the Center for Afro-American and African Studies. His papers remain archived there. Mahmood Mandani taught at Makerere University in the early 1970s, where he first encountered Ali Mazrui as a younger scholar. After Mazrui's death, Mamdani wrote a moving tribute describing Ali Mazrui as both a mentor and the intellectual giant. Ali Mazrui himself had earlier taught at Makerere University in 1963 to 1973, where he became one of East Africa's most influential political scientists before moving to Michigan. This creates a remarkable academic chain. Makerere University, Ali Mazrui University of Michigan, and Makerere University, Mahmood Mandani, while contemporary politics now places Michigan, Abdul El-Sayed, and New York, Zohran Mandani within broader public conversation. Michigan as a multicultural laboratory. This is where Mazrui's ideas became especially relevant. In the Afrikaans, a triple heritage, Mazrui argued that African societies emerged from the interaction of three major civilizations' influences: indigenous African traditions, Islamic civilization, Western European civilization. Rather than viewing identity as singular, Mazrui emphasized multiple inheritances. Individuals and societies are shaped simultaneously by different religious, linguistic, cultural, and political traditions. Michigan provides an interesting contemporary example of this pluralism. The state includes long-established European American communities alongside one of the largest Arab American populations in the United States, substantial African American communities, African immigrants, South Asians, and many others. Debates over immigration, race, religion, and foreign policy have therefore become unusually visible within Michigan politics. Within this environment, Abdul El-Sayyad's Egyptian-American Muslim background is one aspect of a broader multicultural political landscape rather than an isolated phenomenon. Mandani connection. A similar pattern appears in New York. Zohran Mandani's family reflects another intersection of cultures. His father, Mahmood Mandani, is one of Africa's leading political theorists, born in Uganda to an Indian family and long engaged with African political thought. His academic life was shaped in part through Makerere University, where Mazrui had also taught and where the two scholars knew one another. That is an interesting point because Mahmood knew Ali Mazrui. And also I knew Mazrui personally. He's my mentor. He was a heavy scholar. And in some of the papers I have written, I've quoted him, I've talked about, I even wanted to start teaching a paper at Hawaii Pacific University in 1985 using this book of the Afrikaans, the Triple Heritage, elective paper. So it's something I'm very familiar with. Although Zohran Mandani represents a different generation, his political career likewise emerges from a multicultural environment where African, South Asian, Middle Eastern, and American experiences intersect. This is a very now, at the same time, these people are very much linked to the problem in the Middle East that's going on right now, the Palestinians and the Israelis. People who remember very well in 1976, the Entebbe raid, where the Palestinians held a huge number of Israelis as hostages during Idi Amin's time. And you remember that is where Yonah, the brother of Netanyahu, was killed. He was the only person who was not rescued. He was commanding the squad which went to for the Entebbe raid. Entebbe, Palestine, and recurring political questions. There are meaningful historical parallels, but they should not be treated as identical events. The Entebbe operation occurred in Uganda under Idi Amin after the hijacking of Air France Flight 139. It involved Israeli, Palestinian militant organization, Uganda, and the Cold War geopolitical environment. Today's Israeli-Palestinian debates arise from different historical circumstances, including the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict, questions surrounding Gaza and the West Bank, and changing public opinion in many Western democracies. So you can see there is a very big link even with the politics going on. You can see the Democratic Party is almost divided into two. The people who support leaning heavily towards supporting Israel and the ones who are favoring disinvesting from Israel because of the Gaza incidents, which you are all aware of. So you can see these people are actually the offspring of the same conflict. Now they come to its fruition and they are in the United States of America, in the diaspora, and the conflict continues. National sovereignty, terrorism, military intervention, Palestinian self-determination, Israeli security, international law, and the political responsibilities of the multicultural democracies to digest this problem, which has been with us for a long time. Like in Kenya, in the 80s, when there was these problems were at their apex, there was that bombing in the U.S. embassy in Nairobi. Approximately about 200, 300 people died in Nairobi. Thousands, about 4,000, 5,000 were maimed badly. So these are things even Kenyans are very aware. And there has been so many bombings in Nairobi, for example. So we have been at the gist of this struggle. But this is the story of these three people interlinked by the same problem we are having. It is a very interesting story. And I think that's what I have brought it to you, just to kind of show you that these people have a connection. Michigan itself was taught politics by Ali Mazrui, and he was from Uganda. And then they were friends with Zohran's father. So let's ponder about these things, History links us. And let's hope through people, progressive minds, we're going to have a peaceful solution to the problems you're having now, so we can rebuild the Middle East to its glorious days. The University of Beirut, you remember, everybody wanted to go to the University of Beirut, University of Cairo, Algeria, Boumediene, Camus, Albert Camus from Algeria, And God willing, I think we are almost headed there. Cool heads coming together. I'm definitely sure if we pray, this time we might have some solution at least for the problems in the ministry. Inshallah. Until we meet again, this is your host, Gilbert Githere saying, ciao ciao until we meet again.